Go watch Hundreds of Beavers. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, do I have a good one for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Do you like Looney Tunes cartoons, or just early cartoons? Cartoons of the 30s and 40s that had reruns throughout pretty much every fucking decade. It doesn't matter when you grew up. You either watched it on Teletoon Retro, or you just watched it on normal TV, or you watched it, maybe you're old as shit and you did watch it in theaters, and you watched it before you went and saw the fucking Gone with the Wind. Well, if you like old cartoons, I guarantee that you'll like this movie. It's basically a live-action cartoon about a guy who's trying to kill a fuckload of beavers to win over a girl's heart. Or, well, she likes him already in the movie. He doesn't have to win her over. He just has to get the approval of her father. It was directed by Mike Cheslick, who co-wrote it with Ryland Tews. Hundreds of Beavers is a masterpiece. That's why I do these go watch videos, is I find things that I feel like, you know, not that I discovered them. I'm not so far up my own ass that I think I'm the one who figured it out, who cracked the code and has all the secret movies that nobody else has seen. I just like recommending movies that I love to people. And I loved Hundreds of Beavers. So if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. I think that this is a movie that you could show to anybody and they would at the very least be fascinated by it. They might not like the slapstick comedy. A lot of people don't like slapstick comedy, and that's okay. But the filmmaking, the actual filmmaking, is so interesting that I think that it will at least hold the attention of a TikTok brain-rotted individual long enough that they would go, yeah, it was kind of cool. But if you like slapstick comedy, if you like old movies, if you like old cartoons, you're in for a fucking treat. While the film is clearly inspired by old 1930s and 40s cartoons, it's also clearly inspired by old silent comedies. In particular, I thought of Charlie Chaplin movies like Modern Times and City Lights. Yeah, Hundreds of Beavers fucking rules. The laugh per minute, the LPM, is off the chain. It's really clever. Like, slapstick has a reputation for kind of being lowbrow comedy and not very intelligent, but I think that's an unfair assessment of the genre. And I think that Hundreds of Beavers is a prime example of how clever slapstick comedy can be. Not only are the gags clever, but the execution of the gags is clever. You know, they're so smart that they're stupid. You know, you look at something and just from the visual before, you know, like a beaver trap, for instance, in the movie, before the trap is even activated, before the whole plan has come together, just in the performance and in how it's presented to you. You know, I'm talking with my hands and I'm moving the mic further and closer away from my mouth. Good job, fucking idiot. You just get the joke. You get the joke. And to see the gags play out is just really enjoyable. It's a very simple storyline, but it's just packed with cleverness. That's probably like the key word I would use in reviewing Hundreds of Beavers, is that it's clever. But even that would be understating how impressive the actual filmmaking is. What they've pulled off here is amazing. The costumes are charming and cute. The performances, I could also say the same thing about. They're charming and cute. It's a very wholesome, good time. The soundtrack is just, it's a match made in heaven. Whoever did the score just completely understood the assignment. It's well paced, well edited. It's got good character development. It's a loving tribute to the slapstick comedies of yesteryear. It's just a really good time. Tews and Cheslick worked together on another film called The Lake Michigan Monster, which seems to be a similar endeavor where they faithfully recreate the tone of an old monster movie. The Blu-ray that I picked up came with lots of parody movie posters, and it's just another piece that adds to this film's comedic charm. That's Hundreds of Beavers. You can find it on Blu-ray. It's pretty easy also to find online. I think it's well worth your time. Even if you're not into slapstick comedy, even if you're not into black and white movies, I think that the craft is interesting enough that you'll be able to get past those hangups that you might have. But if those things aren't hangups for you, watching this is a no-brainer. You are sorely missing out if you have not seen Hundreds of Beavers.